Good morning, my loves. How you doing? My name is Diana, and welcome to Mentoring for Awakening, episode 10. Now, I attempted to do this video, I think it was yesterday or the day before, and all sorts of interruptions happened right at the time that I was trying to record. So my apologies for that, but we are back now and we are going to talk about being present. If I hadn't mentioned it, this is episode 10. I'm recording it live here on Facebook, and I will upload it later on to YouTube. I might actually, there's a bit of a silver lining happening here. The silver lining is that it may actually turn out beneficial to do these live videos on Facebook here and then upload them to YouTube, as opposed to recording on YouTube. Anyway, trial, error. Things are changing momentarily these days, but anyway. Okay, so let's talk about being present. Before we go into talking about being present, I will talk to you about what does it even mean to be present, and why would you want to be doing such a thing? There is a gentleman called Eckhart Tolle, who you may or may not have heard of. Eckhart basically wrote this amazing book that changed millions of lives called The Power of Now. He was, from the perspective of my reality and my awareness, the first one to really go into the intricacies of the present moment, of the power of the present moment. So if you haven't yet, please go ahead and find the book The Power of Now and read it. Do yourself a favor. So since he is sort of the global expert in this, in this awareness, what I'm doing here today is I'm basically offering to you a quick sort of day-to-day beneficial strategy and tools as to how to come back into the present moment and minimize those everyday multi dimensional aspect of distractions. Okay, so let's start with, what does it mean to be present? So when we are talking about being present, oh, and by the way, I'm recording outside in my courtyard, and of course there's now planes coming over. So to be present, it's actually not just about being present, it's actually about being fully present in the moment. What does that even mean? Being fully present in the moment means that you are engaged in a multisensory way, and eventually, as your awareness grows of the present moment in a multidimensional way, in this now moment. Your mind, for example, is only focusing on that present moment, on the task at hand, if you will, or whatever it is that you are doing or being in that moment. So, as opposed to being present, like physically being present, but the mind is wandering and thinking about the next thing you have to do, or the next achievement, the next place you have to get to, blah, 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 blah. You allow all of those things to just dissolve and move away, and you are completely present in this moment, in your mind, in your emotional body. So what you are feeling, intuiting, sensing out there is what's happening right now. Your physical body is present, of course, and you are present with your body. So if, for example, you're intuiting some, I don't know, you're sitting down and you're intuiting discomfort, you can then consciously move rather than just unconsciously doing whatever. Okay. Why would you want to be present? What is the benefit of letting go of distractions and being present, fully present in the moment? So, to start off with, right here, even between you and I, whenever it is that you end up watching this video, that moment right there is the only thing that's happening right now in real time. Anything that has come before that moment, yeah, as in, for example, even this video, the timeline of the video, the 5 minutes ago when I started recording to this moment right now, that is a timeline or a series of now moments, yeah? But only this moment when I'm saying these words are actually, those moments are real. Everything else belongs to a timeline, which is an event, and belongs to every experienced belongs to either a short-term or long-term memory. So, in order for you to fully experience this moment right now, you need to be fully present, because by being fully present with your thoughts, so your thoughts are processing the information intellectually, your emotions are intuiting, they're understanding the energy, responding with your feeling body, your physical body is even engaged with this moment, and of course you are understanding energetically how energy is moving in order to receive the information, yeah, in order to receive the highest potential of this moment. You need to make yourself available in all these different ways. Otherwise, what you end up doing is you are wasting the potential of your moments throughout the day, of your timelines, by being distracted. So you're just processing information subconsciously, and to be honest, in a kind of half-ass way. And I say this because I've of course done it, and many people do it these days. So we sit there and we want to work or do something, but our head is, I don't know, somewhere else. So we are, you know, whatever, you know what I mean. There are so many distractions in this world, and sometimes these distractions, not being present in the moment, can actually be dangerous. Like, for example, we're driving a car. How many times has it happened to you, just from a practical perspective, that you get in a car and you have to drive somewhere and you're on autopilot and you don't even remember how you got somewhere, yeah? So being present in the moment would probably be more helpful in order for you to just be in the moment, be present with what's going on within yourself and around yourself. That is the why. That is why you want to be present, so that you get all the cues from the moment. Or say, for example, you're in a business meeting and you're negotiating something or doing a presentation, right? And when you are completely engaged in the moment, people call it also being in the flow, then you can get all the really subtle cues and clues from the people around you, shifts in energy, shifts in flow, the ups and downs of the moment, by allowing your sensory, all your senses to be present, and then just observe and be right there with it so that you can get your highest possible potential of that moment. Now imagine being in your highest field by being in the present moment completely all the time. You don't have to worry about something that's already happened. And by being present in the moment to the highest possible potential, or your capacity, your knowledge, your awareness, you then ensure that you create the highest possible time or moments to come, because you are creating from the highest possible energetic frequency. That then goes to say that that gets paid forward, if you will. So I'm just kind of leaving it really simple here, but this is why you want to practice being in the present moment. Now, as far as the how to be in the present moment, that's actually, it requires practice, because if you're not used to being in the present moment, if you're used to lots of distractions, if you're used to using your mind to direct your life unconsciously, you will forever be engaged either somewhere in the future of what I need to do later on the to-do list, or your mind will be somewhere in the past still trying to justify and process what's happened. And same with your energy body. And so when you are already busy somewhere in the future and somewhere in the past, it's very difficult to be present in the moment. It's really challenging, and you miss really crucial things that go on around you in the moment. And so when your present moment is not to its fullest potential, then how can you possibly create yourself a better future? All right. The how. Just a minute. When I practice being present, if and when I need to remind myself, because even I need to sometimes remind myself to be in the present moment, the strategy or the tool that I use is actually really quite simple. And it has to do with utilizing my awareness in a multisensory way. So for example, if I'm sitting here and I'm trying to have a conversation with you, but I find my mind wandering somewhere else, right? And I want to come back. I really want to honor the moment. I want to come back into this moment. What I do is I focus on the moment by using my multisensory faculties, meaning sight. What do I see immediately right here, right now, right? So I see some plants, they're very green, they're beautiful. There's shade over here and there's light over here as the sun hits the trees, right? What do I hear? So I'm hearing the chirping of the birds, there was a dog barking, there's a plane going over, and so on and so forth. Someone's building something in the distance. What do I smell? So I'm smelling a flower. What do I taste? I'm tasting, I've got a little bit of the aftertaste of the organic coffee that I just had a moment ago, the sip. Am I missing something? And what am I touching? Okay, I'm touching my hands, I'm feeling my body, I've got a pen, my notes, and so on and so forth. And so by quickly adjusting and checking in the present moment, right, my body, myself, my being takes a snapshot of this moment, and it helps me come back into it. And once I'm into it, I'm back in this present moment by activating in a multisensory way. I can now be present and interpret, intuit, observe the energy around me, allow myself to perceive what is going on, to hear you. This moment gets actualized to its fullest potential. Now, along the way, a little bit later on, as you discipline yourself to be more present in more fully present in the moment, then you can begin to integrate things like multidimensionality, perceptions of various potentials around you, various timelines, when you can intuit and perceive that this moment there is a potential if we do this, or there's a potential if we say this. How about we explore going down this timeline or that timeline, and you integrate multitudes of dimensions or possibilities into the present moment. You can even call and bring forth timelines from your memory bank, and we've been talking about this if you've been following. You call forth your past timelines from your memory bank in the present moment, so that you can work with those timelines in the now, rather than falling back into the old frequency and energies of those timelines. Call forth those timelines into the present moment, and you work with them from that higher potential. All right. Are we okay now? I hope that made sense. I hope that was relatively easy to follow. I would love for you to try. Next time you find your mind wandering, remember just to slow down and take a couple of seconds to take a deep breath. Slow breath in, couple of those, and out. In fact, scratch that. 3 deep breath in, deep breath out. Even if you're talking to somebody, you can still do your quick assessment, multisensory assessment, and come into the present moment and be available. Yeah? And allow the fullest potential of the present moment to emerge. So I'm going to finish with that. I would love to get some feedback from you when you try this. How did it work for you? Was it easy enough to do that? It's not difficult. It is a matter of conscious application and discipline. Okay, so I'm going to finish there, and I'm just going to say, if you're needing some support with regards to seeing this aspect of your self-mastery, your self-actualization, then feel free to connect with me, either on here, on any of the platforms, including my website, and we can arrange to do some work together. I love you so much. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye, my loves.